You've come to expect Nightmare's unsettling presence, but there's no getting used to the shivers her gaze sends down your spine. She doesn't even bother greeting you this time, launching into your nightmare with no fanfare whatsoever.
There's a house across the street from yours. There are many houses on your street, but the one across from yours, it's identical. In every way, even down to the two rocking chairs out front on the porch. You're sitting in the rocking chair, staring at your neighbor's house across the street. You realize you don't even remember when the house got there. You don't remember anyone moving in. But it's a beautiful day to be sitting outside. So you try to relax. You lean your head back and rock gently, basking in the warm day. You're not sure how much time has passed when you hear the front door across the street open. Your eyes snap open, and you look to see who's come out. The occupant looks happy, humming something to themselves as they sit on one of the chairs and relax. It doesn't seem like they see you, or at least when you make eye contact, they don't make any motion of acknowledgement. You're even more confused than you were before because the resident of the house across the street is you. Hey, who are you? You call out to them, hoping to get some answers. They don't respond. You stand and lean on the railing that wraps around the porch. You don't take your eyes off your doppelganger. Out of the corner of your eye, you see people walking in the middle of the street. There's two of them, too, identical in every way. They're walking together in perfect, synchronized stride until they diverge. One walks across the street to your neighbor, and one walks up your walkway. They seem warm, comforting. They point to the rocking chair next to yours. "Can I sit with you?" they ask. "I've been walking so long." You think for a moment before answering. "Are you going to stay?" you ask. "Or will you leave?" They seem confused by your question. "I'll leave eventually, but this is where I want to be now. I really need a rest," they answer. You shake your head and wave dismissively. "If you're going to leave, then leave," you grumble, sitting back in your chair. They look disappointed by this, but do as you ask. You see them walk down the street the way they came. You look back at your neighbor across the street and see they're sitting next to the stranger who walked up to them. They sit and chat, laughing and giggling, occasionally glancing towards your house, but always returning back to each other. You feel anger start to burn in your chest. You try to soothe yourself by knowing their stranger will leave. They won't always have something you don't. You'll end up the smart one, the one left with a heart intact. As you watch them, they start to change. All of a sudden, they look older. Gray starts to come through their hair, and crow's feet appear by their eyes as they laugh and hold each other's hands. You look down at your own hands, seeing your own skin wrinkling. "No, no," you say to no one. Wait. You feel your strength drain and your heart slow. You start to claw at your skin, at your clothes, at your thinning hair. Looking back to your neighbors, they still look at peace. The stranger's form relaxes and eventually turns to dust. Your doppelganger looks bittersweet. They place their hand on the rocking chair their love was once in. Then they look across the street at you. They see you now, for the first time, and they smile at you. You look down as your finger falls off your palm. Your body starts to violently disintegrate, in chunks instead of dust. "No, stop!" you scream. But it comes out hoarse and broken. "I didn't mean it." You feel something strange in your neck and a sickening crack. Your head tumbling to the porch. Your body breaks into pieces as it falls to the ground, even detached from your neck. You can see your doppelganger neighbor on their porch. They don't fight it. Their body just slowly stops existing. They don't need any more time here. They got the love they were waiting for. Even if their love left before they did, it was still love. I'm sorry, my dear. Why do you think I wanted to show you this? That's true, but what do you think this teaches you? That's exactly it. Being open to love is such a vulnerability. But isn't it worth it to be known and love? We'll always be alone at the end of the day. We can't change that, but we can decide whether we've been known and loved. Now get some rest. You deserve it.
Ah, my dear, you have come back to visit and give me the chance to admire your...
Amir's smile falters, his effusive praise coming to a grinding halt.
Oh, my tragedy mars your beauty. It has nothing to do with your gorgeous proportions, your stunning features. It is green, a color that cannot belong in the white statuary of your teeth. Did you have broccoli recently? Ah, that's a strange choice. Well, I'm afraid you have some left over in your teeth, just there. Take a look. I'm sure not long, one can hope. Perhaps you should consider flossing more often. I'm sure Barry would be happy to lend you a hand with it, actually. He's rather obnoxiously reliable with personal routine. Yes, I think that would be best. Your beauty is too luminous to deprive the world of it for 1 second more.
Dorian, for once, does not stand in your way. Perhaps even he knows there's no sense in blocking bathroom access.
The first floor bathroom. One of the more relaxing places, if I do say so myself. Ah, you Yanks are all the same. This is the first floor, the premier etage. Downstairs is the ground floor, because it's on the ground. Of course it does. Everything that exists stateside is better thought out where I came from. In here resides Barry Styles, your beauty supplies, Amir, the mirror, and Rebel, the rubber ducky. What can I do for you? Barry is a great bloke, always happy to lend a hand however he can. Careful though, he might be fragile on the inside and not show his hand. You might not know where you stand with him until it's too late. Barry has problems with his memory, and while he may put a smiling face on it, he does need to have a welcoming ear from time to time. What can I do for you? He'll reflect back on you what you want to hear, or at least what he thinks you want to hear. He's handsome enough, sure, and sometimes he believes that looks are all that matter. For me, in my position, I can already see 5 of me, not counting the reflection in the mirror. That's more than enough self-reflection for this door. What can I do for you? They are, rowdy. Precisely. They are, 3 degrees more rowdy than rowdy. Spot on. Might want to turn on Skylar's content aware feature if you have concerns. What can I do for you? I've said enough.
A very, very yellow punk dressed in studded leather glares at you. Their charming duck-like appearance does nothing to diminish the aura of absolute disdain that radiates from them.
Who the duck are you? I asked first. Then I'll ask third, like this is a ducking competition. Who the duck are you, jerkwad? And I'm the owner of this dick. Careful, it bites. Now, get out!
You're not sure what you expected to find in the crawl space, but it certainly wasn't this well-dressed, regal figure. He seems quite stunned by your arrival, but the moment you liberate him from his underground prison, he comes alive with joy and gratitude.
Ah, fresh air. It has been far too long. Thank you. I have been trapped within that accursed crawl space for so long that well, I don't even know how long it was. Time lost all meaning under there. But never mind that now. I am Keith, and I owe you a real debt of gratitude, eh? Eso! Please tell me, is there anything you're wishing for that I can help you with? Ha ha! Do I have some good news for you? I am in fact a skeleton key. I can unlock just about anything with a keyhole in this house, and a few things without keyholes besides. I am nothing if not full of surprising talents. So, Dorian is giving you some trouble, eh? Nice to hear that some things haven't changed while I was gone. Well, fear not. Dorian and I go way back. We were practically made for each other, he and I. If you'll allow me the briefest intrusion into your pocket, I'll gladly accompany you.
Without further ado, Keith leaps straight into your pocket. You walk into what you thought was your breaker box, but as the dark door swings open, you realize you're somewhere entirely more stimulating. A classic speakeasy club welcomes you in. The low electric lights glow warmly. Live music drifts languidly from a sumptuous velvet red stage and envelops the audience in a pleasurable haze of pure vibe. The gentle clink of cocktails in glasses rises from a wood bar to the left of you, and then a gentleman with a languid, easy air to him approaches you.
Well now, what a delightful surprise. A brand new patron. Really? Are you sure? I find that hard to believe since this is the first time I've seen you here. Trust me, I would never forget such a striking face. Oh yes, distractingly so. I imagine it would be quite difficult to focus on anything else with you around. Though, I can't say I mind. You have quite the reputation around the house, live wire. I'm eager to explore it for myself. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Where are my manners? My name is Volt.
He extends a hand towards you, a conduit of pure, dangerous sexual energy that charges the very air between you. He lowers his head to brush his lips across the back of your hand. Was that a spark of static electricity you felt just now?
It's a pleasure to officially make your acquaintance.
Taking his eyes from you for the first time, Volt slips his arm around your waist and turns you, slowly, to take in the rest of the room.
Welcome to the Breaker Box, the pinnacle of luxury and entertainment, and the most exclusive club in the house. Impressive, isn't it? Why would there be when we have everything you could want right here?
That sound, the flickering lights, it can only be a power fluctuation.
What? Oh, that. Well, that was nothing, just a little surge. With this much energy coursing around, it's bound to happen from time to time. Volt.
This newcomer looks exhausted, frustrated, and annoyed. His sleeves are rolled to the elbow, revealing calloused and bruised hands that he wipes on a rag.
Eddie! Just in time to meet our guest. The human? What's he doing here? I'd imagine if we don't poison the mood, they'll be joining us for the headliner show. Joining us for tonight's show, I hope? But you didn't have to. I can tell you're looking for the kind of thrilling evening only the Breaker Box can provide. Right. Well, have fun with that. I finished the patch, I'm clocking out. Not my best work, but it'll hold for the show. Ah, I see. And you're sure you're feeling all right? I'm fine. Just don't overdo it.
Eddie turns and trudges away, focusing on the rag in his hands.
Of course. Eddie always is. His human skills leave something to be desired. Best to simply give him some space. Back to the matter at hand. Tonight's show! Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? Open Spotlight, our nightly talent showcase featuring the hottest up-and-coming acts from across the house. It's a real crowd pleaser. Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? Well, that's very thoughtful of you, but I assure you what Eddie really needs is space. I insist that you don't.
Before you can even take a step away, Volt grabs your arm, his grip tighter than expected. A fire flashes in his eyes for a second, then it's gone and his grip loosens, the friendly mask returning.
Well, not now, at least. It would be a shame for you to miss the show after all the hard work that went into it. And Eddie would feel dreadful. He hates to be worried over. Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? You are, by definition, the only person in this house, so I'd say you more than qualify. Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? With pleasure.
With a wink, Volt hops nimbly up onto the stage. He was born for the spotlight.
Good evening, you scofflaws and ducky watsits. Looks like Johnny Splash is going to be singing for us tonight. Be warned, patrons, you might get wet.
Boo. Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Splash. I got a song for you all tonight. One from the heart. And tonight it'll be a cappella, because my voice is the greatest instrument of them all. I keep a close watch on this shower of mine. I keep my forces free of stain and grind. I scrub the ground from the tiles between the lines. I be a color. Oh, that was amazing, baby. I even surprised myself.
I've seen many bombs in my time, but that one takes the crook-blasted cake.
Oof. Even I couldn't clean up that mess.
You didn't like it? I thought it was okay. I'll retool it and come back with something even better. Just you wait.
With the club beginning to close down, it appears that the show is over. Patrons mill about, talking amongst themselves. You spot Eddie nursing a solitary cocktail at the bar. Volt is nowhere to be found. Things feel colder and quieter without his presence.
Show's over. Club's closed. What? Why? I wasn't. Happy? You can go now. Are you always this oblivious? Then allow me to make it perfectly clear. Get out.
Dorian looms over you, arms crossed over his broad chest. He seems almost smug about blocking your way today.
Hello, mate. Let me give you a tip. When you see me with my arms crossed like this, it means you're not getting through.
What might it take to uncross them, I wonder?
Keith? Is it really you?
Hello, old friend. It is me, all right.
Where on earth have you been?
I've been tucked away with my thoughts, you might say.
I never knew why you left.
I am so sorry I never said goodbye. I never had the chance.
Well, I've missed you.
I've missed you too, dearest Dorian. And I am back to stay. Now, come here and give me a hug, won't you?
I could never resist you.
Dorian and Keith curl their arms around each other, fitting together as perfectly as, well, a key and a lock.
And just like that, door is open.
He gets me every time.
Just a little game we play.
I can't keep him from anything he wants. He's my greatest weakness.
And without you, I would have nothing to do.
We fit together rather well. Well...
We may have given love a shot, but it didn't really work out.
I prefer to cherish the fact that it led to our friendship.
Quite so.
A superior level of relationship, in our humble opinions.
Why, I would love that. I rather think we would do well together, you and I.
In you go, mate.
A colourfully dressed board gamer beams at you. But even though his expression is ostensibly friendly, something about his energy is a little off. His smile is a little too wide, his stare a little too intense. You feel rather like a mouse that's just been spotted by a bored house cat.
Why a gee gosh golly and a hi-de ho! I'm Parker, the board games, and away we go! Hi there! I do love meeting new people to play with. And I do need new people to play with these days. I'm awful lonely up here in the big ol' attic. But you seemed like a nice sort of fella already. Maybe you could be my next relationship. Would you like that? Oh boy! Well, if only it were up to me. You see, my whole deal with relationships has to do with rules. I love rules. If you want any sort of relationship with me, good or bad, we have to go through the rules. Want to hear them as they pertain to me? As they pertain to my whole deal and how this is going to turn out? Glorious! In order to achieve a relationship with me, you must play these board games 3. If you beat me or unseat me, more chances for love will greet thee. At the end, I roll a die to achieve a status. This, in the end, will be our dating apparatus. Ultimately, yes, but your actions during each game can change the weight of the die. The more you win, the more chances to love me. I'm falling in love with you. Just kidding. Only the final roll will tell me how I feel about you. Meet me here next time for our first game, Sandyland! Wowee!
You've never been ashamed of your interest in tabletop games, but ever since you stopped seeing people, you've spent far less time role-playing than you used to. The cloak-wearing nerd standing before you reminds you of days gone by, when you used to gather around a table with your college friends and pretend to be someone else.
Ho there, traveler! No. Ho, as in, hey, howdy, how are you? You know, simple salutation. Ah, that's the spirit. I'm Chance, your D20.
The mysterious cloak comes off, and you see the friendly face beneath.
Welcome. Taking a tiny respite from the drudgery of work? I actually have no idea. All I do is play. If you are up for a real adventure, I have just the thing for you. Have you ever heard of grottos and gargoyles? Oh, that's great! What's your favorite monster? Oh, and what about your favorite mystical weapon? Or class? Oh, I have so many questions. Wow! Someone else who feels the same as me! Oh, it's so hard to pick a favorite. Everything about G&G is so cool. You wouldn't want to, maybe, kinda play with me, would you? It would only be the single greatest thing you could do for me.
Chance's eyes light up, his hands balling into fists as he does his best to contain his excitement.
Really? Holy crit! Someone to play with me! You have no idea how hard it is to find someone to play with. Ideally, but hey, one-on-one sessions can be a really great way to learn the game. Depending on what class you pick, though, I might have a few friends around the house who might want to hop in. Regardless, it'll give us some time to get to know each other better. It's time to get you your character. All we have to do is choose your stats, your powers, and your weapons. Then your armor, your lineage, and your gargoyle gauge. Although I might leave that out for this first character. It's an optional setting. See, you can have a portion of gargoyle blood running through your veins, which lets you... How about you let me make your character for you? I know the game inside and out, and you can just show up and play. Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea how much fun we're going to have. I'll even build the session based on what class you pick. There are 3 classes I can get rolling for you. All of them are awesome, but they won't be too much of a challenge. I'd suggest the Troubadour, the Guardian, or the Enchanter. Which one would you like? Sure. Let's start with the Troubadour. Loved by the locals for their wit and their voice, this magnificent magical minstrel can change the outcome of a dire situation with a simple tune. And with a liar by their side, this slick and seducing stupefier is sought after by those who wish to trade both coin and secrets for songs. Don't be fooled, though. The Troubadour can hold their own. They are a healthy hero able to take hits with the best of them. What do you think about the Troubadour? The mighty Guardian. This sword-wielding warrior of light and all that is right vows to protect the citizens of the realm. This is one beefy class. While this particular participant can pack a punch, they aren't the smartest of the classes. If there's a problem, they will try to solve it by punching. It isn't a bad thing, though. A well-equipped Guardian can take down the most vicious of gargoyles. Their fighting record is just as shiny as their armor. Thoughts on the Guardian? The Enchanter. The magic-slinging specialist who calls on charms to complete tasks. Shrouded in secrets and itchy cloaks, the Enchanter is a master of the far-off flaming finger. They are a bit more delicate, opting to avoid obvious agony by staying further back from the brawl. Don't think they aren't good at busting heads. They can spin spells to soften the toughest heel troll, or even summon a sidewinding slipper snake. How does the Enchanter sound to you? I'm so excited! The Enchanter it is! Magic will flow and find home in your heart. I heard that Lux wanted to get into G&G more and was thinking of playing a hotshot. If you two know each other, I'll invite them. Now that I know who you want to be, it'll take me some time to finish building out the session for you. Give me a day? I should be ready by then. Anything before that, and it's a bit dicey if I'll be ready or not. Haha, me neither. Oh, it's been so long since I've played. I'll see you then.
Here we go. We're going to find out if our book did well. I can't decide if I feel excited or profoundly ill. Wow, did you hear that? They loved it! They were on the edges of their seats! Well, nearly. But to heck with Celia. The others were genuinely enthused. Ah, I'm so grateful for your help. Look what we've done. I've gone from embodying literature to creating it. Thank you. so wonderful. With just a bit more of your help, the next book I write will be an epic romance.
Hey there, oh great purchaser of DLC. Perish the thought. If you're wondering where those extra datables are that you purchased, fear not, for I can guide you. The first one, Mikey, is really easy to find. He's the neat little treasure chest right next to your bed. As for the second one, Lucinda Lavish, well then, let's get to the menus, because I can't help you anymore. Anyway, enough of tutorial lady. It is time for Menu Lady. Welcome. What can I do for you in my main menu? Oh yeah, I'll miss you.
If you didn't have enough on your plate, here comes Lucinda Lavish.
Come on, baby. Tell me what to do. Use me.
You're right! There's no limit to me at all! I really am the best dateable there is! I will! I deserve it anyway.
You have supported me for a while now. And even a goddess like myself needs to let her subjects know where they stand.
And you get an award of your own. Choose one and be limitless with me. And the Lucinda goes to you. My friend, I will continue to seek out greater heights.
Well, I won't be around very much because there are so many more realms to conquer. And I fear your small mind cannot comprehend them. But who knows? Maybe you can find a way to bring me back permanently someday.
Hello and welcome to Sandyland. A magical beach-themed board game awaits us as we venture through the traffic to the parking lot to the Sandy Kingdom, where beachgoers frolic among ice cream and sunscreen. Would you like to hear the rules? Both of our pieces are at the starting spot, home. There are 12 spaces in between here and the Sandy Kingdom, some with different rules. Each turn, we both spin a spinner to determine how far we go. Then, after landing, we follow the outcome. First one to the sandy shores wins the game! What color would you like to be? Blue. Honestly, I don't understand why, but there you go. The pieces are all set up. I'll be the banker and the rule tender. We are both at home. Shall we race each other to the beach? It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 2. You're on the second space. The parking lot entrance! With the high fees at the beach, you'll have to move back 1 space, I'm afraid, to find a better price. My turn! I spun a 4! I'm on the 4th space, getting stuff out of the car. Good thing I brought the sunscreen. Looks like it's back to you. It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 1! You're on the second space. The parking lot entrance! With the high fees at the beach, you'll have to move back 1 space. My turn! I spun a 2! I'm on the 6th space. Ice cream? I can't help but stop for a tasty treat and I lose a turn. Looks like it's back to you. It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 4! You're on the 5th space. Hot sand! The intense heat on the soles of your feet caused you to run forward 3 spaces! My turn! I spun a 4! The delicious ice cream is filling me with joy! I'll be able to move again after this turn. Looks like it's back to you. It's your turn. What will you do? You spun a 4! You made it to the Sandy Kingdom! You win! I tried my best, but you were simply a better beachgoer. I'm proud of you, and you get to enjoy the beach. That's 1 victory for you. I'll add it to your dice roll to see what our relationship will be. I'm so excited for you. Come see me next time for the ancient game of chess. You've heard of it. Excellent. See you, potential lover / friend / enemy.
A marble Adonis regards you with a critical gaze, completely unembarrassed to be wearing so little in your presence. He gestures to the room around you, wrinkling his sculpted nose.
Oh, a preponderance of dust. Oh. I'm so glad you're here. As the owner, the curator of this house, I feel this must be brought to your attention. Just look at that. The dust has created almost a cake-like texture. Makes it next to impossible to divine any detail or subtlety the piece may possess. Oh, well, it's not as bad as all that. Perhaps it indicates a gentle lack of attentiveness, but that can be remedied.
It's not like it's a red wine stain or sun bleaching, or, and may we be preserved from such, a child with a new box of markers.
Dust is entry level, but even so, we must remain vigilant. Conservation has certainly entered a lowered state of late, but there is always hope. I am forever an optimist, and a pessimist, actually. Oh, and a nihilist. What an interesting way to pose that question. Like looking at the negative instead of the photograph itself. But in this case, it doesn't really apply. I could say I am not nothing, but I am also nothing. I am art. All and sundry, great and small, art. I am a towering intellectual achievement of profound psycho-spiritual depth. I am a wonderfully ridiculous and whimsical court jester to you, the monarch. I am a passionate, sensual bacchanal. I am a reckless, devil-may-care risk-taker.
He sweeps his arms in a grand gesture, striking a pose that makes him look like the ancient statues he's modeled after.
I am art. Sacred paint, I just love introducing myself. Wasn't that fun? Yes! Oh, your enthusiasm is delicious. I swear if I could eat enthusiasm, I would. I think it would taste like rock candy. Perhaps you'd be enthused about one more thing. It's my next big project. I have fully invested myself in the project of turning this house into a gallery. It is by no means required, but for several reasons, I would love your input and assistance. Would you care to join me? I never had a co-curator before. That is one way to look at it, I suppose. But who knows? This may turn out to be far more exciting than you seem to expect. Fulfilling, tantalizing, illuminating. I'm glad you'll be with me. I'll just go and prepare. Ah, the art of action.
A leather-clad dominatrix stares you down, radiating disdain. She looks at you like you're the dirt beneath her feet.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch. Disgusting, you worm. I do not recall asking anyone for your presence. So indulge me. What gives you the misguided confidence to stand here before me, wasting my time? So submissive so quickly. That's very good, wretch. You clearly know your place. We obviously haven't met before, so I want to be clear. Going forward, you will address me as Mistress, if you wish to continue this conversation. Is that understood, wretch? Very good. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would a perfectly successful safe like myself throw away her prosperous and fruitful career in the burgeoning vault industry to become a mistress to all the lost, pathetic, and broken creatures of this world? Tell me, wretch, do you know what a safe is good at? An acceptable, if asinine, answer. But the one thing a safe is good at, tantalizingly good at, is keeping things locked away. Valuables, memories, and very often, secrets. Deep, dark, very dirty secrets. The kind of secrets that everyone secretly longs for, aches for, but diligently keep hidden far from everyone. Do you have any dirty little secrets like that, wretch? Underestimate me at your own peril. You intrigue me, wretch, in the way a drowning kitten might intrigue a jaguar. So sad, helpless, and ultimately pathetic. You possess a feebleness that instinctually repulses me. Yet if I save you, you may prove yourself of use to me. The only question is, do I waste my precious time letting you serve me? Or do I leave you to drown in your own ineptitude? Very good answer. All right then, wretch. Against my better judgment, and because things have been so frightfully boring lately, I'll allow you the opportunity to serve me. You should count yourself extremely lucky. Not everyone is given such an incredible, life-altering opportunity. And rarely do I make this offer to worms as painfully tragic as yourself. Of course, anything for my compliant little wretch. I can't wait to test just how compliant you truly are. And who knows? Perhaps in the end, you may even have the opportunity to open up my chassis. That is, if you are skillful enough to figure out the combination. Careful. You're getting very far ahead of yourself, wretch. I don't open up my chassis for just anyone.
And especially not for someone as pathetic as you. Apologize for your insolence or face your punishment. That knowledge is reserved for gutless little reprobates who pledge their fealty. Does that sound like you? Okay. It sounds like you're willing to do the necessary emotional work to take this relationship seriously. In that case, be back here tomorrow to fill out all the paperwork. There's some important ground rules we need to firmly establish before we take this any further. But once we get that out of the way, I'll open up your dirty little mind to fantasies you dare not even whisper. Now, affirm that you are my compliant, needy little wretch. Again. Like you mean it. Like you'd unquestioningly do absolutely anything I'd ask of you. Tell me that you're my compliant, needy little wretch. Now. Very, very good. Then I will see you back here tomorrow, wretch. Do not keep me waiting.
My master of the mystics! You have appeared before me as you had promised. I'm so glad you're here. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I rolled a crit on my insight check of you. Before we start, here's your character sheet. You will be playing the mystical enchanter by the name of Dewey Day Seamal, a hapless apprentice studying at the Arcana Mystica of the Bookshelf Bluffs. Looking at your character sheet, you will notice that you only have 40 health. Don't worry, it won't be that bad. Lux will be a hotshot, using bows and arrows to strike fear into foes from afar. You two will be a great long-distance duo.
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
You'll be a hotshot?
I just heard hot.
Right, a hotshot. You shoot arrows.
Like Cupid! OMG cute. Okay, I'm totally in. I'll wear a cute little diaper costume.
You don't need to wear a costume.
Too late, I'm already changing.
Right, okay, that's...
Finish explaining everything. I gotta edit this clip.
Okay. Back to the enchanter sheet then. You will see there are spell notches and schools of magic. No need to worry about that really, I made it more for me. Since this is your first time, I'll walk you through what you can do when the time comes. Are you ready to start?
Hang on, I haven't finished posting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lux?
Do you like this filter or this one?
We're going to start. I love it. We start our adventure in the study of your mentor, High Enchanter Melville. She is an annoyingly proficient enchanter, and you are lucky to study under her. Only Enchanter Melville is also a hoarder. If you ever needed a magical trinket or a mystical doodad, Melville most likely has it. And after 2 years in their care, you are still relegated to dusting these relics while Melville gives lectures to the spine of enchanters.
Except for me, I'm famous.
Sure.
OMG, I love this game already. Continue.
The Spine is a group of enchanters that govern the magical world. Melville is one of the foremost researchers and often presents new discoveries to the Spine. You have been doing some magical research on the side, but you have needed some equipment that Melville has to actually get it done. With Melville in conclave for at least another 3 hours with the Spine, you choose now as the time. You go over to your sack of possessing, an item Melville knows you shouldn't have but allows, and you pull out your latest experiment. You found a lamp. Only it doesn't seem to do much. At least, not yet. You sure hope it is.
I found the lamp, because light and lamps and glowing, but yeah, I'll let you have it, so you're welcome.
Anyway, you've tried rubbing it, but nothing works. But surely, there is something here that will awaken whatever is inside. Looking around this cluttered study, your eyes fall on a few things that might help you. There's an arcane amplifier that you've seen used a few times. There is the Cosmos Collector that can call on the stars to make things work. And there is the Mystic Manipulator, used to alter the very fabric of an item's makeup. Which do you use? You scamper over to the amplifier. You slide the lamp into the mechanism and push some magic into its gears. It starts right up. It doesn't take long for the lamp to react to the device. First, it starts to glow. It takes on a warm copper look. But then, it starts to shake. Slightly at first, but then, boom! An explosion of magic rips the device apart, and white smoke consumes you. Some of the glass catches in your skin, and you take 5 damage.
I roll to avoid the damage. What does a 1 mean?
That's a critical failure.
Okay, well, I just asked because I didn't roll 1.
What did you roll?
The number that avoids damage to my freshly applied makeup.
You wave your hands, clearing your vision, and that is where you see it. The lamp, on the ground, broken in half, and floating above it, with beautiful purple skin and muscles that just won't quit. A djinn. You've done it! You released the djinn inside of the lamp.
So, you the one who went off and set me free and all that?
The djinn looks at you and cocks out a hip. This one has attitude.
Ah, so we're going with rude instead of grateful then, huh? Got it.
They then look down at the broken lamp.
And the one who has the lamp gets the wishes. Except there is no lamp, is there? I'm good. Thanks for the jailbreak.
And with a whirl, the djinn flies out the window and towards the woods. You realize that this is bad.
Oh my god, can I just say that this is like terrible writing? Like whoever wrote this did like a terrible job. No offense.
You do know I wrote this one shot, right?
Wait, really? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, and I was totally joking because it's so creative and original.
Do you mind?
Wow, relax. I am just trying to give you a compliment.
Moving on. Djinns have been trapped in lamps to stop them from being mischievous and using their powers for evil. You have unleashed a great force into the bookshelf bluffs. All of the most powerful enchanters are in conclave for the rest of the day. And if High Enchanter Melville finds out you let a djinn loose, you might as well kiss your education goodbye. What do? You rush to your dorm to prepare to catch a djinn.
I run too, but like so fast. And with so much prancing. I'm basically like frolicking in the woods, but sexually.
In your dorm, your sack of possessing over your shoulder, you start to think about what you might need. But you don't have a ton of time. Your battle wand, of course. You also grab your Tome of Terrible Creatures. Flipping through it, you make sure you find the chapter on djinns. One paragraph stands out to you. It's about metal and the way djinn react to it. It's something to come back to. Oh, don't forget your ringing rock. Someone might call you. You know you can't hesitate for too much longer, so you decide to grab one more thing. Do you want the large red mystery potion? Or there is a box with runes sketched into it. It looks like your roommate's, but it also looks powerful. Maybe this will help? Which do you take?
OMG, that was such a dimmy move. Everyone knows potions are bad for you.
You grab the potion from your shelf. You instantly remember it was the health potion you brewed last week in class. You pop it open and chug it. You feel yourself recover from the explosion earlier. And then some. You get... wow! 35 health! With strength coursing through you, you head out the door and toward the woods.
Don't worry about me or whatever. I'm on a cleanse anyway.
You get to the edge of the woods and it isn't hard to figure out where the djinn went. A path of trees has been bowled over. The funny thing is, the path seems to be heading toward a very specific location. It is headed for the hut of the groundskeeper, Moise. Moise is a bumbling old fool, but has a good heart. If anything happened to them... You race through the woods toward Moy's cabin. Right on the edge of where Moy's cabin would be, you see Moy's. They are tied to a tree, but they aren't resisting. A tiny gnome, Moy's has always been kind to you. They snuck you herbs you needed for your experiments and may have helped you destroy evidence of a failed enchantment before.
I set up a drop shipping store for the gnome, leveraging my brand. And because of my incredible popularity, I offer him a 98.2% distribution split.
Anyways,
I call it Zodiac Herbs for Astrological Abundance. And we make a ton of money.
Oh, I'm fine. You can leave me here. They said they would come back for me. The tools are following the instruction of the Jinn that came through here. Oh, I hope you didn't have anything to do with that.
Yes, Badge. Deny, deny, deny.
All I know is that the tools need my shed so they can build a throne for the Jinn.
they might be able to lead you to the Jinn. What do you want to do? You decide to stealth your way out of this one. As the tools begin to head off down a path, wood and various building materials in hand, you follow them from a distance. Every now and then, you have to stop because the trowel looks like it's looking for you. But you keep going, following them for a few minutes. Eventually, they stop.
All right, time for our break. We've been working for an hour, so we're taking 10.
The tools all put down what they are carrying and they begin to talk. You listen closely.
So, Rick, you doing all right? This work has out of your general wheelhouse.
Oh, thanks for asking, Spade. I'm hanging in there. Travel can really push a person, though.
Oh, I know. Try being their cousin.
Crazy thing is, I should have stayed in the glade with the Jinn. Did you see all those leaves?
They were everywhere.
And I'm the perfect tool for the job. But no. Lift this board, Rick. Put it there, Rick.
The spade puts its tiny hand on the rake's arm.
When we get to the glade, you want me to say something?
Nah, thanks, though. The Jinn seems like a fair guy. I'll talk to him, see what he can do.
The trowel walks over to the rake and the spade.
We're gonna head back to the shed after our break. Gotta pull some nails for Hammer.
You've heard all you need to, and you head toward the glade.
That's it? We find out where to go by listening? Don't be surprised if you lose subs over this writing.
What subs? What are you even talking about? As you make your way toward the glade, your magical senses start to tingle. You see a few pebbles floating in midair. They float up and down, glowing a soft blue. From your education, you know this to be a ley line. It is one of many that converge around the school. You think this is why the Jinn went this way, to amass more power along the ley line. But there might be more to it than that. Still, time is of the essence. You could steam forward toward the Jinn, or stop and do some quick research from your book.
Books are like sexy boob covers. I use them when I want to look like a librarian.
You take a moment to sit down and crack open the book you brought with you. Flipping to the back of the book to find a ley line in the index, you quickly find your page. It says that while they were great sources of power, they can also be a great source of healing. You find a ritual of rejuvenation and you partake. You have gained an additional 15 health.
What do I get? Can I have some additional likes? I feel like my ritual of foot picks should give me something, right?
Nothing else in the book really helps you, but at least you feel more prepared for what is to come. With your sack on your shoulder and your wand at the ready, you venture toward the glade. You travel for another 10 to 15 minutes. It is then you see it. A glade surrounded by trees and, in the middle of it, the Jinn. He is feeding off of a ley line. Behind him is a half-constructed throne. As you contemplate what to do, you hear a magical tone. You search for where it is coming from. Oh, your ringing rock.
Oh, I get it. The rock is like a phone. And after you're done with it, let me have it for a bit. Then we'll be able to get some real powers.
You quickly search your sack for the ringing rock and answer it in hushed tones.
Oh, there you are. Where are you right now?
That voice is one you would never forget. High Enchanter Melville is on the other end.
I've come looking for you. I need you to help me in the lecture hall. We made a bit of a mess. You weren't in the study, so I figured you are done with your chores. Why does it sound like you are outside? Is that a ley line I hear? know that Melville isn't the biggest fan of lying. You have a choice to make. Do you come clean? Or do you hide the truth from your mentor?
We all know what the answer is here.
What?
I just want to go on the record saying that I had nothing to do with the...
The ringing rock gets so hot you can barely hold it. And let me guess, you're off trying to capture it on your own, aren't you? You hear her signature mumbles along with some choice words rolled in there. All right, listen closely. You need to bind this stupid thing. If you do exactly as I say, you should be fine. Mess it up, and you will be blown to bits. Got it? You listen closely, taking every action to memory, and even repeating it back to Melville. First, circle the area with soil from where you stand. Then, begin an ice spell, only touch it to the ground. Lastly, recite the haiku of holding. You should know it from class. I'm on my way to you, but you must do this first. Hold tight. I'll be there soon. And don't expect to get off easy. The ringing rock disconnects. She hung up on you. None of that matters now. You have to complete exactly what she says. You start to follow the steps set out by Melville. The first thing you do is...
I saw this trending. It's a circle of salt or something?
You grab a pile of soil in your hand and, staying tucked in the trees, complete your circle. The next step was to start what kind of spell?
Fire! It's Leo season, and that is a fire sign.
The bitter cold pulses through your finger. You touch the dirt and hear it snap together. Now, the last step. What did you need to recite?
This is a weird, hard magic system. I don't like it. Do you, chat?
There is no chat! It comes to you quickly. It's short and sweet. You hear the spell complete, and you see a dome of magical energy surround the djinn. You hear rustling of leaves behind you. Melville quickly comes by your side.
The ringing rock has tracking now? Ooh, that's good for location tags.
That's not the point. Can I continue now?
Yes.
She gives you a smirk and a nod. I see you tamed the thing. The djinn puffs up.
Psh, no one can tame me.
Melville gets a very serious look on her face. We'll see about that. Stepping toward the djinn, Melville holds something in her hand. It's a lamp. Not just any lamp. One covered in runes and etchings. You'll have a choice, dear djinn. Enter the lamp and be trapped for all eternity. Or join me. Melville speaks to you without taking an eye off the djinn. With the djinn by my side, I would be the most powerful enchanter there ever was. I shall have his power, one way or another. The lamp starts to glow, and the djinn begins to be sucked into the lamp. Make your choice, djinn, she cackles. Make it now! The djinn, with a panicked look on his face, shouts,
I'll aid you! My power is yours!
Whoosh! A flash of light overtakes you. You can't see, but you can hear energy most intense flying around. Before you floats Melville, but she is huge. The djinn has fused with her, and she lets out an evil laugh. Before I go on, I should tell you, this is the part where I would, monologue as Melville. Is it cool if I do that?
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna monologue too.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Lux! Do it in another room at least.
Fine.
Aw, thanks. Melville lowers down onto the ley line, seeming to sniff the air that radiates with power. I know you can sense it. The power this place holds. Energy that could have us enchanters rule the entire world. Mold it into our image. Could you imagine if every place was as ideal as Bookshelf Bluff? A place where learning was the only goal? It would be glorious, wouldn't it? If only we could make that happen. Oops! We can! The thing is, we've always been able to. But the idiots of the Spine want to make sure we use our magic for good. What good? The world is full of evil all around us. From the Shoelace Shores to Cantalopia, evil is everywhere. But we can make it ideal. I can now make it ideal. What I will do will not be found in books. It will not be found in scrolls. The world will learn the peace we have found here, and I will force them to. There is only one problem to clean up first. You. You know my plan, and you could stop me. I can't have that now, can I? Oh, what a pity. It seems I must finish you now. Melville begins to float again. Sling your spells if you want. At least you will die knowing you tried to stop me. Melville flies at you, a spell spinning in the palm of her hand. Only she hasn't quite got used to her new body and powers. The spell goes wild and crashes into a tree. The tree bursts apart, giant splinters flying everywhere. One hits Melville directly in the arm. She rears back, a pained wince on her face as she pulls out the large piece of wood. This gives you time to react. You are panicked and aren't sure what to do. You summon a fire spell, slinging it across the glen towards Melville. It is like her skin absorbs it. You get off a lightning and water spell too. Nothing.
I have a potion in my inventory. I bet it's acid. I throw it at her.
If you had read the sheet, you would know you just threw her your only health potion.
Ooh, so I made her stronger?
You made her stronger, yes. Someone forgot what they've learned. Melville fires off a spell of pure force at you. It hits you hard in the stomach for 15 damage.
Wish I could help.
Nothing seems to work. What do you do now?
Give Melville the 15% discount on the Lux Ultralight Airplane Pillow!
You sprint for the lamp Melville left on the ground. Upon touching it, you see it is covered in runes. A quick scan shows you they are runes of capturing. Put that down, Dewey. You don't know what you're doing with that. Melville is scared of this thing. What do? You are instantly glad you paid attention in runes class. The words come flowing from your mouth like water. And with each word, Melville gets pulled closer and closer to the lamp. Stop! You don't have to do this! I won't kill you right now! It is obvious she has never known humility. As she gets pulled in toward the lamp, you hear a voice next to you. Well, ain't that something? You look away from Melville for a moment, and you see Moise and the tools appear beside you. The trowel groans. You destroyed all the works we done did! This distraction, though momentary, makes you slip on the pronunciation of the rune Slimfumplach. That's a hard one anyway. Melville uses this opening to fling a spell at you. It makes contact, hitting you for 15 health.
I hide behind a tree and film the encounter, commenting as I do.
As you are hit, the lamp flies out of your hand, and Melville goes to catch it. Only, it burns through her hand. The memory of the tome comes back to you. Good thing you have metal tools right next to you. I don't know about that. Moise picks him up and hands him to you. Here you go. He's mouthy, but does good work. You lift the trowel like a magical focus. A grayish silver orb of pure metal collects at the tip of the trowel. This is kinda awesome, Trowel yells, and you unleash it toward Melville. It rips through her, leaving behind a ring of smoke where it made contact. You've never done metal magic before, so you aren't sure how to summon it quickly. This leaves enough room for Melville to counterattack. With a flash of blue energy, she hits you with an arcane lance. She is still reeling from your hit, so it only hits for 5 damage. You stagger back, pushing through the pain. You lift your eyes toward Melville, and you see the other tools rushing her. Lux, are you going to help?
Someone has to live to upload the tale. I'll be back here.
They get a few swipes in before Melville starts to grab them by the handle and snap them. In that moment, as if by magic, Moise appears. Oh, this doesn't look very good. Moise lifts a hand, and vines fly out of the ground to wrap around Melville. It looks like it's holding, until... Kaplow! The vines are thrown off and burst into flames as they hit the ground. Now I have to kill you too! Die, Moise! Melville charges up an energy attack. You have a moment to react before it flies. You have enough spell notches to do your ultimate attack. Or maybe a higher level metal spell? Or there might be something else you want to do. You simply need time to pull enough metal into a good attack. Trowel senses what you were trying to do.
Keep fighting, guys! Show them what tools are made of!
Motivated by Trowel's words, the tools themselves seem to rally. The broken pieces start to magically form new metal objects, like a movie where a rodent plays with magical cleaning supplies. There are now 2 of each tool. They are ready to fight. Now would be a really good time to do something, Lux.
You're right. Hey chat, if you don't already follow me on all platforms, my info is in the show notes. And don't forget to check out my new podcast, Brighten Up with Lux, in which we discuss the most controversial topics out there.
Back to the fight. Melville lets out an unamused laugh. That is, until the twin rake starts scratching at her. The spade starts slamming against her stomach. And over the tools begin their offensive push. This is the time you and Trowel need. You focus on the garden tool, pushing until you are mentally connected with it. You feel tiny hands wrap around yours. Moise hangs on by the handle, feet dangling because they are so short. But you feel them pushing magical energy into the attack as well.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Let's go!
Trowel is hype and shaking with power. You feel metal coming to the tip of the instrument. It's time. With a giant release of energy, you let it fly! You can hear the impact of the attack. Melville cries out, the sphere of metal crackling and sizzling as it works through her.
If I could, I would flunk you!
But she can't. Slowly, her body melts into a pile of arcane goo. It seeps into the ground, joining the bubbling magic that lies under the surface on the ley line. You have cleaned up your mess. As you run back to campus, you mentally call dibs on all of her cool stuff. You fought and defeated an evil djinn. With your mentor gone, you are unsure of what your future at the school holds. As you walk back to campus, exhausted and excited about the many tools and trinkets in Melville's office you can claim, you wonder if your days here are numbered. But as you walk towards the main doors of the school, you see a member of the Spine waiting for you. Moise, by some magic they will never reveal, has beat you there and stands beside the High Enchanter Jefferson.
I hear you took on a djinn and won. And you used metal magic. That, my child, is a rare deed. You have accomplished more than you know. We in the Spine hereby declare your tuition free. You may study under any enchanter you choose. The hero of Bookshelf Bluff must be trained up, for you have the makings of the most powerful enchanter to ever live. We shall foster your potential.
And with those words, a smile appears on your face. This is not the last time the hero of Bookshelf Bluff will be asked to sling a spell for the protection of the school. But that's another story.
And I went on to be the most famous, sexy, popular, sexy, smart, popular lamp in Bookshelf Bluff. Right? Perfect, thank you.
You were amazing! The way you just... Sorry. I'm just so excited with how much fun we just had. I'm floored by you. Listen, that was pretty much perfect for me. You are pretty much perfect to me. And if you are ever wanting to roleplay again, in any way, let me know. We could move from the character sheets to the, other sheets? Yeah, I'd like that. Until next time, you mighty hero, I'll be waiting for your epic return.